Hello everyone, it is Jacob Orakutis here and I'm joined with Mitch, or some of you may know him, Pili, who plays in the Team Gravtech CSGO team. How's it going, man?
Not too bad. How about you?
Pretty good, pretty good. So, Pili is here to take part in an interview which hopefully gives you an insight of him as a player and the team in general. So, should we get straight into it?
Yep.
Alright, so the first question, Pili, is how did you come up with your alias?
It's actually the first four letters of my last name, which originates from my Polish heritage. My dad's a first-generation immigrant, and it's his last name, so it's, yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
unique.
Yeah.
Another question is, why did you choose to play CSGO?
Many people might know that we played COD before CSGO competitively. We kind of felt like the COD scene is dying a fair bit, and we wanted a more kind of competitive environment to test our skill in and learn a couple of new things. We didn't really want a lot of COD players quitting, and we didn't really feel like it was time to go, so a lot of us quite young and still have lots to prove, so we wanted to get into CSGO to see how we went.
Alright, so what brought you to the competitive side of gaming?
For me, I've been gaming for a very long time. I started off with RTS and turn-based strategy like StarCraft or Heroes of Might and Magic, stuff like that. Then I played, I eventually got into COD from going to a net cafe. I played COD 4 and later on got the next installment, the next installment after World War 4, I got Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
And played a lot of pub in that, and then eventually got absolutely face rolled by a bunch of CG players who I ended up going to see what all the fuss was about on CG.
Okay. So your team's pretty good at the moment. They've really shown how great they can play, and a lot of people like watching them and stuff. But what goals have you and your team set for the future?
Well, in terms of goals, we've already set a few, a few realistic goals. For example, if we really thought, although Noxious were a bit scary when they were practicing a bit more, and Three Leaf Clover were quite good, we wanted to win CGA, and we wanted to make Sunday on MSI beat it, and we did both of those, so we're pretty happy with ourselves for our first two comps in general on CSGO. In terms of goals right now, we're just trying to be we're really trying to focus more on practicing. That's our big thing at the moment. We're also getting our course set up, which we've just done, and we're looking forward to trying to compete at a higher level than an amateur.
Alright, so with all that being said, how do you see the future of your team?
Hopefully, depending on whether it's PEMA or PA again, or IMA or whatever, I'd hope something like high main or in-flight, maybe even professional, but it would all depend on how we do in the ODCs. I mean, we'd have to do pretty well next ODC to make professional or anything like that, I'd assume, if they even wanted to put us in there. But we're just hoping to, we're focusing on the present, which is the next ODC coming up, and then we'll worry about the season after.
Yeah. So how do you view each of your current team members?
We're all extremely strong. We all have pretty good chemistry that goes back a couple of years of playing COD and stuff like that together. Me and Reloaded, we've been playing together for 3 years, and I guess we've been to LANs together and that kind of thing. We kind of know each other a fair bit in real life. And as for the other guys, we go back to Black Ops and games like that. I guess we're actually rivals at first. Me, Politics, and Petsky used to be in different teams, the different top teams.
Yep.
But after the game became less and less, we kind of stacked a team together and then won a couple of comps.
Okay. So go back a couple of weeks and we'll talk about the grand final. So you guys played excellently in it, but how did you prepare prior to the game, and how would you rate your team play and individual play during that game?
I'd say we started Mirage and Train. That was about it. We were pretty confident on most of the other maps. Although Mirage was one of our strongest already, we just wanted to make sure that if they picked Mirage, then which they didn't, they knew not to pick Mirage. That we could do well on. So we played Train. We did really well on Train. Inferno was quite a bit closer, but I swear I say that it would have been a lot closer if Noxious or A1 bit more prepared. They had core issues at
Yeah.
the time. They actually, Muggy is a pretty good mate of ours, so we know what was going on there.
Yeah.
Individually, we did all really well. We all took turns topping, and we all did really well. Yeah, we all made plays. There was a lot of 2v5s and 3v5s
Yep.
and 1v2s.
Yeah, so moving now onto the organisation in general, how has partnering with Team Gravitex positively influenced your team?
I guess the top of the line sort of CSGO and TeamSpeak servers, they really helped us. The managers are pretty good, including yourself. They contribute to improving the team. They pay our entry fees, maybe small things that we might require, and also just the community of Gravitex in general. It's a very friendly community. There's a lot of good people here, and I definitely prefer a friendlier organisation rather than an organisation of people who aren't so friendly and are more experienced.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. And the final question I've got for you is, are you glad you got into competitive gaming?
Yeah, for sure. It's taught me a lot of things over the years, and gaming in general, not just competitive gaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I've learned so much from it, and I'm still enjoying it. So yeah, I hope that all I hope is that I can win something major and then actually have something to my name. Huh?
Yeah. Well, thanks, Pili, for joining me today. It was great to talk to you.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Alright, guys, that wraps up the interview. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and see you guys next time.